Welcome to the deep dive. We grab a whole pile of sources, pull out the really interesting stuff, and hopefully serve it up in a way that keeps you listening.
Yeah, hopefully.
Today, we're going deep, really deep, into a moment in Dragon Ball that honestly changed everything. It's huge. Just listen to this quote. It kind of sets the scene perfectly.
Oh, I think I know the one.
It's a secret we've known before Gohan could even form words in his mouth. We've caught glimpses of the child's explosive power, but like an explosion, it always vanished. It couldn't be controlled. Until now. At last, the beastly power has been harnessed. Gohan has awoken.
Chills. Yeah, that narration just nails it, doesn't it? The scale of what we're talking about today.
Exactly. We're doing a deep dive into Super Saiyan 2.
Super Saiyan, yep. More than just spiky hair, you know? It was a fundamental shift, not just for the characters, but for the whole power scale of the DB universe.
And that's what we're trying to do today, right? Figure out what makes Super Saiyan 2 so special. We've got the Dragon Ball wiki, other bits and pieces you shared. We're going to unpack its origins, what makes it look different, the crazy power levels, and maybe some surprising details even hardcore fans might have missed.
For sure.
So let's start at the beginning. Fundamentally, what is Super Saiyan 2? And what was that like initial spark that unleashed it?
Okay, so basically, Super Saiyan 2 is the direct successor to Super Saiyan 1, like the next step up.
Right.
And yeah, the look is kind of similar at first glance, but the power, the speed, the energy output, it's a massive jump. What's interesting is, when it first showed up, nobody called it Super Saiyan 2.
Yep.
Nope. Early on, you sometimes see it called Super Saiyan 5th grade. And the Funimation dub called it Ascended Super Saiyan, which is confusing because you got to remember that's not the same as Super Saiyan 2nd grade.
Right, the bulky one, Trunks form.
Exactly. That one sacrifices speed. SSJ2 doesn't do that. It famously avoids that trade-off.
So, huge power, no speed loss. That's the dream upgrade, isn't it? Where did we first see this game changer actually happen?
It really burst onto the scene with Gohan, explosively. In the manga, it was the Gohan Unleashed chapter, and the anime had Cell Jr.'s attack, that whole showdown with Cell during the Cell games.
Iconic.
Totally. Its first movie appearance was a bit after, in BoJack Unbound, but the really key thing about how it was first achieved, it wasn't just training hard. The sources say the main trigger was power coming in response to a need, not a desire.
A need, not a desire.
Yeah, so think desperate situations, huge emotional upheaval. Usually it just came out as pure, uncontrolled rage.
And Gohan's awakening.
Yeah.
That was something else. It wasn't just a power-up. It felt like a personality transplant almost.
Triggered by Android 16's death, right? Tell us more about that specific moment.
Oh, absolutely. Gohan's transformation was just pure emotion. Seeing the Cell Juniors beating up his friends, and then, yeah, Android 16 getting crushed. That's the breaking point.
Just brutal. It was, and his whole gentle nature just vanished. The sources call it remorseless Saiyan instincts taking over. He became this cold and merciless hothead.
Yeah, remember, he didn't just beat Cell, he tortured him.
Exactly. Even with Goku yelling at him to stop, it was, yeah, pretty shocking, a dark turn. And something, he had to wrestle with later, trying to control that side of himself.
It adds such a layer to the form, doesn't it? It's not just power, it's the cost. But Goku kind of saw this coming, didn't he? He suspected Gohan had this in him.
He did, yeah. Back when they were training in the hyperbolic time chamber, Goku saw a flash of it, just a glimpse of this huge power. Gohan was too wiped out to hold on to it then, but Goku knew. That's why he actually thought Gohan could beat Cell. It wasn't just blind faith.
That makes sense. And Cell got his own version too, right? After he blew himself up.
He did, his super perfect form. It's basically Cell's version of Super Saiyan 2, tapped into through that Saiyan power boost after regenerating. Another twist.
Wild. So, Gohan's trigger was rage. But did it always have to be rage? Did anyone else unlock SSJ2 differently?
That's a good point. While rage was Gohan's path, we do see variations like Cauliflower, first female Super Saiyan 2 in the main canon.
Right, from Universe 6.
Yeah, she didn't get it through rage, it was more like stress, the urgency of needing to save Kabbalah, and she got control of herself pretty quickly afterwards. So it shows, the trigger can be different intense emotions, not just fury. Different paths to the same power.
Okay, origins covered. Now the look. Super Saiyan 2. It just screams power. What are the visual cues, the things that really set it apart for someone watching?
Visually, okay, the golden spiky hair is still there, obviously, but it gets even spikier, way more rigid, standing straighter up.
More aggressive.
Yeah, exactly. And for guys like Gohan, Goku, Vegeta, even Bardock in some things, the bangs stand up too. But the real signature The dead giveaway. It's the sparks.
The electricity.
The crackling electrical discharge, yeah, constantly surrounding the user, pulsing faster than regular Super Saiyan aura, usually blue sparks.
Usually blue.
Usually. It's funny, some games like Budokai 3 or Heroes actually gave it gold sparks sometimes.
Yeah.
Little details like that across different versions. Fans love debating that stuff.
I bet. So, spikier hair, blue sparks.
Yeah.
But what about the body? You mentioned it avoids the Super Saiyan 3rd grade problem.
Yeah.
No huge muscles.
Right, that's a massive advantage. Unlike 3rd grade, where you get huge but slow down, SSJ2 barely increases muscle mass, but the energy output, through the roof.
So you can hit harder, fire bigger blasts without getting tired as fast.
Precisely. And speed increases right along with the power. Future Trunks nailed it when he saw Gohan, said something like, he did it right, increased strength without losing speed. That efficiency made it king for a while.
Makes sense.
Though, again, you get those visual quirks sometimes, like Future Trunks' hair in the Super Anime doesn't always look quite the same as the manga SSJ2. Or Vegeta, his SSJ2 looks super similar to his SSJ1 sometimes. Keeps you on your toes.
Okay, let's quantify this. We keep saying huge leap, massive jump. How much stronger is Super Saiyan 2 compared to regular Super Saiyan?
We actually have some numbers, well, sort of guidelines. Sources say it doubles the strength of the regular Super Saiyan transformation.
Doubles.
Yeah. And another way they put it is it increases the user's power tens of times beyond the Saiyan's base state. So a massive multiplier. One guide even flat out says it surpasses Super Saiyan 3rd grade and legendary Super Saiyan.
Okay, doubling Super Saiyan power. That fundamentally changes the game. One fire could suddenly handle threats that took a whole team before.
Absolutely. It wasn't just incremental. It was like resetting the whole scale of power.
And Gohan's performance against Cell and the Cell Juniors really showed that, didn't it?
Oh, completely. Perfect Cell. Bojack.
Ah.
Guys who were dominating other Super Saiyans, Gohan just dismantled them. Remember the Cell Juniors?
Yeah, they were wrecking everyone. Goku, Vegeta.
Right. Elite fighters were struggling against one. Gohan just walks up and demolishes all 7. Like, boom, boom, boom. One hit each.
Effortless. Almost scary.
It was. And against Perfect Cell himself. Just 2 punches, and Cell was seriously hurt. Then holding his own and overpowering Super Perfect Cell in that final Kamehameha clash. Just overwhelming power.
So after Gohan, who else climbed this mountain? Who else reached Super Saiyan 2?
Well, besides Gohan and Cell, obviously Goku and Vegeta eventually got there. That kind of solidified it as the new standard for top-tier Saiyans for a time.
Right, the main guy.
Yeah. Then you had fusions like Gotenks and Vegito using it, and Kefla, as we mentioned, which was huge, showing female Saiyans could hit it too. Future Trunks mastered it eventually. Kaba, even Bardock in some extended media. Shallot and New Cell in Legends. The list gets pretty long if you include games and side stories. The wiki's great for the full rundown if you're curious.
It definitely became a benchmark.
Yeah.
But what happened after the Cell games? Does everyone just keep getting mad to transform? Or did how you achieve it evolve?
That's a great point. That initial intense emotional trigger seemed key, especially for Gohan. But later on, yeah, it seems like incredibly harsh training became a more common path, especially if you didn't have that specific, world is ending emotional catalyst handy.
So training could get you there too?
Seems like it. And we saw the flip side too. You had to maintain it. Gohan slacked off on his training after Cell.
Yeah, the Great Saiyaman era.
Right. And his Super Saiyan 2 actually got weaker. We saw that when he fought Dabura. But then you see its peak potential again in that awesome fight between Goku and Majin Vegeta.
Yeah.
Both as Super Saiyan 2s going all out. That felt like the high point for the form before Majin Buu changed everything.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, and Boo. So SSJ2 wasn't enough for him then. Okay. It had its ceiling.
Definitely hit a wall there. I mean, Vegeta's final explosion, a massive suicidal blast using all his SSJ2 power.
And Boo just regenerated.
Just reformed. Yeah. That showed pretty clearly that a new level was needed. But SSJ2 still had its uses, strategically. Like buying time. Goku and Vegeta used it against Kid Buu while Goku was powering up to Super Saiyan 3, or just to hold the line.
So it became a reliable workhorse for him, even if not the ultimate anymore. But didn't he push it further against Beerus at the Quake of Fury thing?
Oh yeah, that was fascinating, that Super Saiyan 2 enraged state. Beerus hits Bulma, and Vegeta just explodes with rage, far beyond his normal SSJ2 limit.
He got really strong, right, for a moment.
Incredibly strong. Master Roshi even speculated he might have briefly surpassed Goku right then, which is nuts. But even that incredible rage boost wasn't enough. Beerus still handled him pretty easily in the end. Shows the gap to God key.
So rage can amplify it temporarily. What about pure training? Could you train SSJ2 to be as strong as, say, Super Saiyan 3?
Apparently, yes. The Dragon Ball Super manga introduced that idea. Intense training can push Super Saiyan 2 to have raw power equal to a Super Saiyan 3. Future Trunks achieved this, and we see Vegeta do it too, sometimes with like a unique blue aura mixed in, like in the Kakarot game DLC.
Whoa, okay. So you can level out in the form.
Kind of, yeah, through sheer training. But the sources are clear. Even that super trained SSJ2 is no match for a Super Saiyan God. It's still a stepping stone, ultimately.
Gotcha. Still tiers above it. Now, the sources also mentioned a bunch of other kind of weird variations or hybrid forms connected to SSJ2. What were some of those?
Yeah, there are some interesting ones, like the ultimate form Gohan gets. Sometimes it's referred to as like a Gohan-type Super Saiyan 2, hinting it taps into potential differently.
Oh, right. Potential unleashed.
Exactly. Then there's stuff like Super Saiyan Rage, which Trunks used, not the same as Vegeta's Rage Boost, whole different thing. Or Super Saiyan Rose 2 for Goku Black, implying even divine forms can ascend. There are Berserk forms, game-specific ones like Super Vegeta 2. It shows how foundational SSJ2 became for later ideas.
Lots of deep cuts there for the fans. Okay, let's shift gears slightly. Any, fun facts or behind-the-scenes stuff about SSJ2? You mentioned one earlier that blew my mind.
Oh, the Toriyama thing. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Akira Toriyama, the creator, apparently forgot Super Saiyan 2 existed when they were making the Battle of Gods movie.
Seriously, he forgot his own transformation.
He thought Super Saiyan 3 was Super Saiyan 2. It's kind of hilarious, right? Shows how massive the lore got, even for the guy who made it.
That's incredible. And maybe you can explain some of those visual inconsistencies we talked about. Like sometimes it just looks like SSJ1 with sparks.
Yeah.
Or characters in some games not having it.
Could be. It definitely adds context.
Yeah.
And it loops back to that early Funimation dub confusion too, calling it Ascended Super Saiyan, when that name was also kind of used for the grade forms. It can get messy if you're not paying close attention.
Definitely requires a deep dive, like this one. Any other unique achievements or new bits of lore about SSJ2 users that popped up?
Yeah, the Dragon Ball Legends game had a couple interesting points. Shallot, the main character there, is apparently the first known member of the Super Saiyan God subspecies to hit Super Saiyan 2.
Okay, combining God Key lineage with SSJ2. Interesting.
And technically that makes New Cell the second, because he has Shallot's genes in that storyline, allowing him to reach SSJ2 as well. It just shows how the writers are still finding ways to play with these established forms in new contexts.
So bringing it all together, Super Saiyan 2, it's clearly more than just another power level, isn't it?
Absolutely. When you step back, it really represents unlocking something deep inside, usually under immense pressure.
Yeah.
That quote about harnessing beastly power, that's it. It's taking this raw, maybe dangerous potential and learning to control it, direct it. It's about pushing past limits, often through emotion, but then refining it with training. It turned this explosive force into actual usable strength.
Okay, that wraps up our deep dive for today. We've seen Super Saiyan 2 as this huge leap born from emotion, honed by training, a crucial step on the Dragon Ball power ladder.
Yeah.
It totally reshaped fights and character arcs.
For sure. And hopefully this dive showed how that beastly power wasn't just unleashed, it was eventually harnessed, controlled. Which leads to a final thought for you, listening out there.
Yeah.
What does that idea mean for you? Harnessing some intense, maybe overwhelming internal power or potential? Think about those times, those challenges in your own life that might push you to discover a strength you didn't even know you had, something to chew on.